All right, friends, let's take a comfortable seat on your mat. Hands down along your thighs, sit up nice and tall through your spine. Take a moment here to turn your gaze low or close your eyes. Find a few steady breaths. Last day of January. We've made it through a pretty rock and roll kind of month. I thought we'd circle back to where I started in the hub this month with the word of the day of faith. Faith is the strength by which a shattered world shall emerge into the light. For me, as the snow falls outside of the window, literally giving more brightness and light into this day. Take each pose in, let each pose go. A breath of fresh air and light. Nod your chin down to the chest and rock the neck from side to side, the head from side to side here. A little stretch through the neck. Nice and easy. And then keep the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Bring the opposite hand out to the side. And take the left hand on top of the right ear for a little more extension. Bring hands back to the thighs. Go to the other side. Left ear to the left shoulder. Walk the right hand out. Pause there for a beat or two. And then add right hand on top of the left ear for that extra bit of extension. Bring the hands back. Chin to the chest. Just pause, take a couple more breaths right here. And then let's lift the chin, open the eyes, come on over to all fours. As you shift to all fours, just go right into cat and cow. I'll get some music going. Cat and cow. Inhale, exhale, move the spine back and forth. So I've stuck with the same yoga hour sequence throughout the month. If you've done most of the Sunday practices, I'm hoping things will feel pretty familiar. All the elements woven into the other classes this month as well. So I probably have the music up a little bit louder today so you can let the beat come into the flow of the practice. And I'll focus more on saying the names of the poses and just see what goes for us. Okay, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes and lift the hips. That bit of reliance on faith that we know what we're doing. We've seen these poses. Pedal out the feet. Let the body feel them, move with them, through them. And then press both heels evenly down towards your yoga mat. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Hold the top of your plank or add a push-up in. And then right back to downward facing dog. Do this 3 to 4 more times. Forward to plank, hold a breath. Add a push-up or hold 2 breaths, and then down dog. A few more times, go at your own pace. Your rhythm. Push-ups from toes or knees. One more. Stay in downward facing dog. Lift your heels as high as you can to the sky, bend your knees, and then tilt your seat even higher towards the sky. Straighten the leg, press the heels down towards the yoga mat. Big full stretch. Exhale, lower the knees down. From all fours, lift the right leg up and back. Extend the left arm out in front of you. So this tabletop pose with opposite arm and leg lifted. Give it a little pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the hand, lower the knee. Extend the left leg up and back. Flex the foot, point the toe down. So rotate the hips, square. Right hand out. You can look at the top of the mat or even up past the fingertips. Let's take the little pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the hand, lower the knee. Sit back onto your heels, interlace the hands behind your back. Fold your head down to your knees and arms up to the sky. If this interlace of the hands, of course, is not ready in your body, just fold the head over. Come back upright and stretch back to downward facing dog. Take the right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Step it all the way through to your low lunge. Okay, down dog lunge. Spin the back heel down, hands to the inside. And then walk your hands out over the top corner of the mat. Here, your hands don't need to have a lot of weight in them. Keep the weight in your legs. Walk the hands in around the front foot. Step back to plank. Lower down to the mat. Interlace the hands behind your back and lift everything up. Shalabhasana, hands bound. And then change again, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high. Step it all the way through to your lunge. Both hands to the inside, spin the back heel down. Walk the hands out over the front corner. Again, down dog lunge. Hands can even come off of the ground to get that weight to go up and back, especially into the back leg. And then just barely set the fingertips down, totally fine. Walk the hands back in, step back to plank, to your mat. Again, interlace the hands behind your back, lift up. Change to down dog. Another lunge set here, so lift the right leg up, step it all the way forward. High lunge this time, hands to the waist, torso upright, and then reach the arms high. From here, back knee up, unless you need a little more stability, back knee down. That goes for the combination into a twist here as well. Lean forward, palms together, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Press the top hand into the bottom hand into your twisted lunge. Untwist, lower the hands down, step back to plank. Hold plank or add a push-up. Downward dog. Second side, lift the left leg. Step it through. Make your way upright. Stretch the arms to the sky. Okay, let's add the twist. Hinge forward. Palms together. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. If your back knee is up, make the back leg as straight as you can. Really squeeze and tone the muscle in the thigh, around the knee, down to the heel. Release the twist. Step back to plank. Hold it or add the push-up. Down dog. One more warm-up set of lunges, right leg high. Step it through. Come up to high lunge. Push the back heel down to the mat so you end up in warrior one. Interlace the hands behind your back. Lift the chest high. You could stay and work here. More challenge, send the head down and the arms up. No handed lunge. Remember, legs in warrior one, so try to pull your right hip back in space. Shoulders, hips still mostly towards the front of your mat. Release the hands. Plank pose. This time flat down on your belly, hands behind your head. Here we go, lift up. Point the elbows more forward to make that more doable in the shoulders. Out to the side for more challenge. As you lower down, make your way to down dog. One more side, left leg high. Step it through, come all the way up, high lunge. Keep as much as you can, but spin the back heel down. As you interlace the hands behind your back, this time, second favorite finger in front. Try to close the palms in and lift. Stay there or add head down, arms up. With head down, squeeze the knee and shoulder close to one another. Keep lifting the arms. Release the hands, step back. One more belly down, back bend. Again, hands behind the head. Take it up, lift, lift, lift. As you lower it down, this time child's pose, push back. Take a couple of breaths, notice how you feel in the body, in the breath. Okay, change to dog pose. Look to your hands and step or jump all the way to the front end of the mat. Bring your hands to your hips, point the elbows to the sky, push down into your feet, come all the way upright. Take both arms to the sky. Left hand, hold on to your right wrist, reach higher, and then off to the side. Push your hips away from you. And come back into the middle. Switch sides, hold on to your second wrist. Again, try to get taller first, and then lean. Good, squeezing the glutes, press down through your feet. Looks great. Inhale, come back to center. Separate the arms. Keep the right foot forward, step your left foot back so you come into your high lunge. And do that crescent again. Hold on to the left wrist and reach to the right. Hinge a little forward so that stretch comes more into your back. And then again, more vertical in the torso. Release the arms as you step left foot back forward. Utkatasana, bend the knees, sit into your thighs, chair pose. Stand all the way up. Step your right foot back. Take the crescent to the second side, so hold on to your right wrist and reach straight over to the side first, so you feel this in the obliques, sides of the waistline. And then hinge a little forward so the stretch comes more into the right side of your back. Even it back out, vertical in the torso, release the arms, step forward. Exhale, Utkatasana. This time bring the arms more shoulder height and then try to sit lower and back and down into the legs. Power pose. Squeeze everything towards your midline. Stay with it. Forward fold, drop the arms, make the legs straighter. Let your head release, shake it out a little bit. All right, right foot stays forward. Step your left foot back into your low lunge. Let's open it all the way to warrior two. Spin the back heel down, come upright. Torso, side of the body, energy out to the side. Change your focus towards the right fingertips out across the front leg. Change to triangle pose. Straighten the right leg. Hinge from the hip. Drop right hand down, left arm up. Hold on to your lower leg or the ground. Triangle pose. Make the legs and the arms as straight as you can. Inhale, come back upright. Rebend the front knee, warrior two. Side angle pose, elbow to knee, top arm overhead. This is helping to prepare us for bound angle and just a little bit here. So stay lifted, elbow to knee. Get the tone, turn of the belly, more to the side or up to the sky. Okay, look down at your right leg, drop the hands on either side, step back to plank. Hold plank or add that push-up in. Downward facing dog. Look to your hands, step or jump all the way to the front of your mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Stand up, arms to the sky, big reach. Palms together, center of the chest. Let's go for the second side. Lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your left foot forward, step your right foot back. Warrior two, spin the back heel down, come all the way upright. Open the energy of the body to the long side of your yoga mat. Okay, straighten the left leg, your front leg. Feel the zip of energy from your feet all the way up into your core, all the way out to the head. Triangle pose. Left arm down, right arm high. You know this. Faith of the body has seen this imprint. How does it feel today? Come all the way upright, rebend the left knee. Side angle pose with elbow to knee. Reach the top arm, palm down, long overhead. Look down at the ground, circle the hands on either side of the foot, step back to plank. Another hold or another push-up. Down dog. Look to your hands, step or jump to the front of the mat. Half lift, forward fold. Stand, reach the arms to the sky. Right there, chair pose, bend the knees, sit into the thighs. Wrap the right leg on top of the left for eagle legs. Right arm under, wrap back to the shoulders or the hands. Squeeze your right foot closer to the left leg, maybe even toes behind the calf. Keep squeezing in, tall through the spine, think head towards the sky, even as you bend the knees deeper. Release the leg, unwrap the arms, send it back up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Wrap left leg on top of the right. Looking great. Right arm under, left arm under. Squeeze it all in. Anything that's touching, squeeze closer. And again, we release the arms, release the legs, send the arms high. Kick the right heel to your seat. Hold on to your right foot. You choose today, inside or outside edge. Again, stages are right here, or a little bend in the standing leg as you hinge forward. Keep some space and opening in the low back and hamstrings. And push your lifted foot into your hand. Go for straighter legs only as works. One more breath. And then find 2 feet on the floor. Again, get tall first. Lift the arms to the sky. And then kick your left heel to your seat. First stage, hold your foot. Stay and work here. Nice quad stretch. Think hips more forward as you kick the foot back. Second stage for today, bend the knee and hinge at the hip. That bent knee should allow you to unlock the hamstrings and low back, give you a little more space to expand the pose. As works, you make the standing leg straighter. Spread your toes on your left foot. Stand back 2 feet, shake it out. Find the front edge of the mat. Forward fold. Revolve triangle pose. Keep your right foot forward. Step your left foot into your long, low lunge. And then shorten your stride about a quarter. Heels down, hands to your hips, lift the torso so your head is about parallel, your torso about parallel to the ground. With the hands at the waist, square it off, right hip back, left hip forward. Tone the abdomen, tone the pelvic floor, lift. Left arm out in front. Keep it there or add a deeper twist. Left hand down, right arm up. Torso, head doesn't change. Keep looking for the length and the reach. Keep trying to square off the hips. Right hip back, left hip forward. Push through your back heel, your front big toe. Untwist. Lift your torso all the way upright. Little bend at both knees to step forward. Exhale, forward fold. Keep left foot forward. Step your right foot back into your long, low lunge. Again, we know we need a little bit of a shorter stride. Hop the back foot in a little bit. Spin the heel down and try to line up heel to heel. From there, hands are up, torso up so that you can make the legs straight. Square the hips. Reach the right arm out. Again, you can stay and work there, or right hand down to the floor. I'm taking it all the way over to the pinky toe side for a pretty intense twist. You could also keep your right hand on the big toe side to give you a little more space. This time, lower both hands back down to the yoga mat. Bend both knees, take it into your long, low lunge, and then sweep back to plank pose. Hold your plank or add a push-up to down dog, everybody. Downward facing dog. Okay, once more for three-legged dog. Lift the right leg high, high, high. Lift. Pull the knee into your chest, hover forward. Hold the hover. You've got this. Push thumb, first finger down, make the arms straight, little round in the upper back. Harness the faith in your strength. Step your right foot all the way through. Warrior two, spin the back heel down, come on up. Bound lunge, so we'll go elbow to knee. Left hand behind your back. Stage A. A little more, shoulder down to the inner thigh. More, right hand under the thigh to hold your hand or your pants. Think head towards your knee, but look up towards the sky. As with many standing poses, push through your back outer heel, your front big toe. Release your bind all the way back to warrior two. Just for fun, lift the right arm up. Circle the hands down around your front foot. Step it back to plank. You know what comes here. Hold or push up. Down dog. Second side, left leg high, three-legged dog. Lift it as high as you can, as straight as you can. Nice. Pull the knee into the chest, hover forward and plank. Breathe there, stay there, you've got it. And step it all the way through. Warrior two, take your time, set it up. Flat feet, open up. Add on, elbow to knee. Drop right hand behind your back. Stay and work. Shoulder to thigh, stay and work. Left hand under the thigh to grab hold of something. Stay and work. Release each stage. Come back to warrior two. And then lower the hands, step back to plank. Still up for another push-up, give it a go. Toes or knees. And then everyone downward facing dog. Take several breaths in down dog. Give your head a little bit of a shake. Pedal out the feet, whatever feels nice there. We're halfway in our practice. Little celebration. Come to a standing forward fold in the center of your mat. So step your feet a little forward, your hands a little back. Here, if you're using a block under your hands, great. I don't have mine. I'm just going to bend the knees to keep the hands on the ground. Think standing split. Keep your right leg on the ground, left toes back behind you, and then lift the left leg up. Go for hip height or higher. Send your head more down to the floor and keep pulling up through the back of the right hamstring. If your leg is indeed higher than the line of your hip, drop it back down, square off the hips. Keep left hand on the floor and take your right hand up to the sky, same as you did in your twisted triangle pose just a few asanas ago. Lower the right hand down, lower the left leg down. Find 2 flat feet. A couple of breaths and ease in your bent knee forward fold. And let's give it a go on the second side. So standing split, keep the left foot on the floor, point the right toes back. And that's really your first go. You could even just pulse little lifts of the right leg, or take it as high as you can. It's always going to be a little easier if we keep some bend in the standing leg. Go as straight as works. And then bring the right leg no higher than the line of your waist, your hip. Right hand stays on the ground or a block, left arm up to the sky for your revolved half moon pose, Pravritta Ardha Chandrasana. Lower the left hand, lower the right foot. Nice and slow, roll it up to standing through each vertebrae. Roll the shoulders up and back a couple of times. Set here, mountain pose. Mountain pose, feel it. Okay, pull your right knee into your chest. Take both hands to hold around the front of the shin. Same hand as foot. I'm going to loop the right arm under. Other hand, wherever you best balance, against a wall, against your hip, or straight out to the side. We'll call this one stage A. Stick with it or hold on to your foot and straighten the leg more for B. Good with that. Both hands hold the foot. Pull it all back in and lower down. Stamp 2 feet on the ground. Second side, pull the left leg in, hold around. Find your stability, holding with just one arm. Stick with it there. Or hold outside of the foot. You could hold on to the big toe. Try to keep the torso lifted. Keep the bent knee or go for a straighter leg. If you've got a fully straight leg, good chance that you could hold both hands to the foot. And then it all comes back in and down. Similar pose, but now with the twist like we did in revolved half moon and revolved triangle pose. So right knee comes back up. This time you're taking the opposite hand to hold on to the outside of your thigh and extend the free hand back behind you so it creates the twist. Again, you stay and work there, or you find hand to your foot and stretch it to or towards straight. All can happen holding to a chair, a wall, or free in the middle of your mat. 2 feet to the ground. One last side for this standing balance. Left knee up and into your chest. Hold the right hand across the thigh. The twist comes here. Hold it, work with it there. Push down through your standing leg. Add the leg extension. I'm totally stabilizing myself with the guitar behind me. It's not cheating, it's just help. Feel free to do it. 2 feet on the ground, shake it out. Lift the arms to the sky. Forward fold. Downward facing dog. All fours, drop the knees down. Twisted child's pose. Take the right arm under the left. Set your shoulder, ear, side of the face down to the mat. Reach the left arm out in front of you. Might feel good at this point to take it up to the sky, much like the twist we've been practicing, or even the bind of the hand behind your back, like a bound lunge. Any of those options. Left hand beside your face, come on back up. I love this song, let's just feel it. Second side, left arm under, twisted child's pose. Go to where you want. Bring the right hand back beside your face to help you come up. Cat and cow here. Move the spine back and forth. Freedom, ease. Find a neutral spine. Lift the right leg up and back, left arm out in front, just like we did in the beginning. Stick with this, or we'll add lifted bow pose. Bend the back knee, hold on. Push your hand into the foot and vice versa to get higher here. Elevated bow pose. Release it down. Give it a go on your second side. It's left leg, right arm, opposite arm and leg. Go for elevated bow pose. Bend the back knee. Reach, hold on to your foot. Kick the foot more towards the left. Lift everything higher. Press through your bottom hand, bottom knee to give you more lift. Nice job. Let's release. Cross at your ankles, swing back. Boat pose. Uncross your ankles and lift arms and legs. More doable versions. Keep the knees bent. Heels about as high as the knees. You could also hold the crease behind the knees to make it easier to stay more lifted in the chest. Relaxing the hip flexors a little bit that way too. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your legs down. Create enough space that you can lie all the way down onto your mat. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good little squeeze there and gratitude for this time, the ability to move. The ability to be present. And then we'll take it to leg extensions. So you could sit on your hands for most support. Take the hands behind your head. Everyone, legs straight up to the sky. If your hands are behind your head, you could also lift head and shoulders off the mat for a little bit more. Here we go. It's one leg at a time first. Right leg down, squeeze in, left leg down, squeeze in. Keep doing like that. Or 2 legs, glue them together, down and up. We want to go slow here. No rush. Bend the knees a little bit to make things more doable, or keep it one leg at a time. Mamas, if you have any diastasis recti, a little lift, separation in the abdominal muscles, it can be really smart to go one leg at a time. Don't overtax things. Build back. One more time here. And then bend the knees, pull everything back in for a good hug. Okay, we did a little cross at the ankles to bring us down to a seat. We're gonna do the same thing and try to flip over to all fours. So it's a big rock and roll up. Place the hands, step back to all fours. Down dog. Pigeon, bring the right knee to the right wrist. Heel towards the left side, walk your left leg back. Come down to your forearms. Keep the weight pretty equally balanced from right side to left side. Okay, this is a big one to really take in, feel. How's it working for you? Stay exactly there. Maybe it's your favorite pose, you don't want to mess with it. I'm going to ask us for one challenge point here as well. Add a twist. Left elbow towards the right knee. Now, if you're all the way arms up, you got to do a lot of good strength in the belly to hold that twist. A little bit easier in between. Elbow down onto your mat to help you keep the weight balanced. Wherever we are, come out of the pose, nice and slow. Find your way to dog pose. And then into the second side, left knee to left wrist, heel towards the right hip. Walk the right leg back, down to the forearms. We mostly do on the second side what we did on the first. Sometimes the body doesn't offer the exact same thing, so go for your twist here, the capacity that works. On this side, right elbow towards the left thigh, maybe all the way up on top of it, really holding in strength in pelvic floor and belly to add the twist. From here, untwist. Take it to plank pose. Plank pose. Push through thumb, first finger, grip underneath all 10 fingers, shoulders right over the wrist. Strong squeeze in the glutes, lengthen tailbone, tone the belly. You're here. Full, steady plank pose. Lower it down to your yoga mat and do bow pose. Bend both knees. Reach back, hold the air, or hold your feet. Lift everything that you can up. Pull chest forward, knees back. One more breath. Release, lower it down. Push back to child's pose. Transition, tuck your toes, little squat. Straighten your legs, forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips, stand all the way up in mountain pose. Arms down by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Notice how you feel. Take it in. Okay, center of our mat. Arm pressure pose. We've been doing it all month. Let's see what happens today. Feet outer hip distance apart. I like to go forearms together and drop it down like a little huddle squat. Give it a couple of bounces maybe. And then thread your arms through your legs. As you thread your arms through your legs, set fingertips down in the direction of your toes. Make a shelf, upper arm bones, and sit. If you're sitting, take the weight off of your feet, cross your ankles. It's arm pressure pose. You press the thighs into your arms and your arms back into your legs. Set the feet back down. I always laugh when I'm falling. Malasana, yogi squat. Think butt down, but chest up, palms together. Flat feet, so keep your butt higher to make your feet flatter. And then push into your feet and come all the way up to standing. Step a little more forward on your mat. Utkatasana, arms up, bend the knees, sit into your thighs. We stay here, right leg exactly the same, and tap your left foot back until you're in a lunge, high crescent lunge. Slowly lower your left knee down to the mat, right into Anjaneyasana, your monkey lunge. Think chest up and forward, hips a little down and forward. Strengthen the legs to hold the faith of the pose. And I want you to back out of this the same way. So I'm going to squeeze like crazy in my glutes to help lift back knee up. And slowly tap left foot forward until I'm back into chair pose. Try it. From chair, tap your right foot back until you're in your full stride of an upright lunge. Slowly lower the right knee down without losing the strength of the legs. Hips a little down and forward, chest more up. Arms getting tired here. Stay with it, you can do it. Tell yourself you can. Lift the back knee up and tap it in to the front. Chair pose. Exhale, fold. Keep right foot forward again, step left foot back. Nice, easy, twisted lunge here. Right arm up to the sky. We often start class this way. Have a sense of that fresh energy and breath that we start class with right here in this pose. Lower the right hand, bring it to the inside of the foot and lower the back knee down. Pull the left heel in towards your seat. Work like this, or add right hand back to your left foot. It's like your twisted lunge, but now we've reached our top hand back and added the quad stretch. Bring it all back to your regular old low lunge. Step the left foot forward. Step the right foot back. Keep right hand down, lift the left arm up. So we could even go into that quad stretch right from here to see how the two poses go together even more. Lower the right knee, pull the back heel in, and then take the hand to try to hold on to your foot. Release. Find your way to plank pose. Our little grasshopper pose. 8 angle toes, knees, set chest and chin down to the mat. Cobra, belly goes down for a moment to extend and then lift. Shoulders, belly to the front of the pelvis. Press down through your hands and feet, squeeze strong in your legs. And lower it back down to your chest. Sit up for Sphinx pose. It's forearms to the mat. Stay lifted in your chest. And then we'll add the quad stretch again here. Right heel towards your seat. Take the right hand and hold on to your foot. Kick the heel out and back away from your seat. Release the right leg. Switch arms, switch legs. Left hand, left foot. Kick your heel out away from you. So it's one-legged bow pose from Sphinx. And then release. Take your hands next to the chest from low push-up, high push-up, plank pose. And then down dog to get the hips higher, up and back. Same pose you did on your belly, but now we're doing it from side plank. Left hand, left foot, down. Right arm, right leg, up. Kick your right heel to your seat. Grab hold of it. Try to push away from your seat. Release and go back to down dog. Right hand, outer edge of your right foot. Nice modification or variation here would be to be on your right knee rather than the outer edge of the foot. Certainly more doable to get that clasp for Kapenjalasana here, your baby bird pose. Left hand, hold on to your left foot. Kick away from you. Couple of breaths, and then go back to down dog, everyone. Vajrasana, hero pose. Set your knees down, feet wider than your hips, and sit back so that your heels graze the outer edges of your seat. If that's too intense, bring the heels all the way together, sit on them, or stay in an upright position, a kneeling position. Another pause. Return to breath. Add a little simple twist. Look to the right. Look to the left. Come back to the middle. Lean forward to all fours. I'm going to take us about 5 minutes over in this practice because I want to get everything in. Last time for this sequence for the month. Tuck your toes and come to that little squat. Knees up, heels up. Knees up, heels up. Take both of your knees, twist and turn to the right. Your chest, hands, still stay towards the front end of your yoga mat. This is our prep for turned crane. Stay here with your feet down, but locked right elbow to the outside of the left knee. A little more, lean forward. Walk your feet a little more towards the right hand to free you up. Maybe feet off of the ground. Lower the feet down, come back to your little squat, knees and hands straight ahead. Second side, point the knees in the other direction. So I get a lot of questions here about why that back arm, now your right arm, I'm asking it to be free, not to set on your hip. It's definitely going to be easier if you set it on your hip, and there's nothing saying we can't do that, yeah? So you could try it that way. One of the reasons that we leave it off is that this pose is often used in transition into and out of a headstand. If you had your hip down on your right arm and we're trying to get up into a headstand, it's not going to happen. So it's preparing for the next thing. And if you're like, I'm never doing that next thing, I have no desire to, I don't, then why does it really matter? Come back to your center. And that's choices we make all the way through, on and off the mat, right? Why do I want to do what I'm doing? Okay, let's have a seat on our butt. And then lie down onto your mat. Keep the soles of your feet on the ground as you go. Bridge pose, press down into your feet, shoulders head, lift your hips up. Stay with 2 feet on the ground, or add a little flare, right knee into the chest, leg up, foot down. If you did the right side, go for the left side. 2 feet back down. Release the hands, release the hips. Here's where you listen to that voice within. What's next for me? Repeat that series of bridge pose, or do much the same, but try it in upward facing bow. If you're going upward facing bow, place the hands flipped by your shoulders, elbows, so that you can see them in your peripheral vision. Hi, Stella. Come on through if you need to. Okay, bridge pose first. Lift your hips up. Then go to the top of the head. Then straight arms if you're going to that upward facing bow. You can still try the leg. Take your time to lower it down. Nice and safe, pull the knees into your chest. Give it a good squeeze. Woo, rock and roll from side to side here. Take the hands out to a T shape and lower both knees over to the right side. Take the knees across your center and on over to the second side. Hug everything back into the middle. Release the left leg down. Extend the right leg up. Hold on to the leg and stretch. Lower the right leg all the way down. Pull the left knee into the chest. Stretch the left leg. Hold behind the ankle, the calf, or the thigh here, whatever feels nice. And then lower the leg down, stretch the arms overhead so you're as long as you possibly can be from the fingertips down to your toes. If you're ready to be done, please be done. I'm going to give us 3 more poses. Pull the knees into the chest, roll yourself up. Seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Fold your torso over your legs. Let hands be on the ground or hold your feet. Nice even round through your back. From the top of your spine to the bottom of the spine. And come upright and kick your right heel to your outer left thigh. Fold knee to knee and back over. Come up, release the right leg, left heel to the outer hip, fold over. Come back out. Finally, back down onto your mat. Hug knees in tight for your supine child's pose, or take it to happy baby. Finally, faith in ourselves to keep going has led us to Shavasana. Release the arms and legs. Take a couple of exhale breaths out through the mouth. Gently walk yourself mentally through the body. Feel relaxation and release from the toes, through the feet, legs, all the way through the center, out the arms, up to the head, the face. Release, relax. Yogis, stay here as long as you wish. Though I will bring us back out. Movement back into feet, hands. Find your way back to a seated position. From your seat, palms together, thumbs to your sternum. Really offering the fullness of gratitude to yourself. Sense of ease and joy headed out to others. And love for the practice. Namaste. Thank you.